The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Welcome to Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maria and he's Dustin.
And today our wrestlers will put it all on the line, just like I did when I let you cut my hair. And before we get to the action, last week I said I needed my Maria to cut my hair and she agreed. And as you can see, the hair is looking mighty fresh.
He was so scared that I would mess it up. Take a look.
It'll grow back. It's only hair, right?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All done. Looks great.
Oh boy. Oh man. Yes! She did great! Oh yeah! Check me out, man. She even hooked me up with the fade and everything, man. Yes! What? Looks good. Thanks, babe.
Dustin's exactly right. The stakes are at an all-time high with every single match today having something very important on the line.
We'll see Allison Kay defend the NWA Women's World Championship against Killer Bay Heather Monroe. It's a huge opportunity for Heather Monroe, and Houston Body will be ringside in her corner.
Of course he will. In today's main event, it's mask versus title as Howdy Price puts his Charging Bull Rogelio's mask on the line against Watts Heritage Championship.
One of my all-time favorite matches, but first, we'll see Bateman put it all on the line twice.
Bateman defends the United TV Championship against Royce Isaacs, and then Scorpio Sky gets in the mix.
Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. Let's head to the ring. Do you feel a breeze?
Doesn't matter if you're watching on KDOC, Fight CW30 in Memphis, or MyLV in Sin City. One thing is the same. It is main event time. Time for a Coastline Clash rematch. We ended up having a pair of television title matches at Coastline Clash due to the main man cashing in Percy's privilege.
Yeah, Bateman not able to finish it off on Royce Isaacs in the match. But that's the privilege. That's the whole reason that people lay it all on the line in that PP3 tournament, so they can do exactly what Bateman did.
There you see him, the brand new United Television Champion, the main man, Bateman. What a topsy-turvy cap-off it was to Coastline Clash. Royce Isaacs defeated Bateman, had his feet on the ropes. We thought that was going to be the end of the tale. Sarah Wolf obviously broke free from her captors, came out with a PP3 cup. Bateman traded it in and made championship history.
So Royce Isaacs, Jamie Iovine, they had it all figured out. They had everything all set. What they didn't plan on was Sarah Wolf being able to get out and bring that Percy's privilege, that cup with them. Man.
The occult couple reigning with that television title, capping off an incredible 3-week Coastline Clash at the Irvine Improv. What an event that was, top to bottom. Adnan Qureshi, take it away.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, representing Jamie Iovine's upper class. From the Mile High City, weighing in at 244.5 pounds, Royce Isaacs. And introducing the champion, being accompanied to the ring by the Rose of the Devil's Garden, Sarah Wolf. From the Rhodes End, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is the United Television Champion, the main man, Bateman.
Stage is set in another chapter in this heated rivalry between Bateman and Royce Isaacs, champion versus former champion with the television title on the line here in our main event, 1 week removed from Coastline Clash. Your thoughts going into this big Clash rematch?
I mean, this is a rematch. By definition, it's a rematch, but this is nothing like the match that we just had. There is no Percy's Privilege in the background. There's Sarah Wolf at ringside. There's a different champion that wants... just trying to bring Bateman down. Stay on top of him, but he's a different champion. Royce wants the belt now. He doesn't have the luxury of being the champion, having that advantage. It's totally different.
Well, you started to mention privilege there, but to that point, Bateman doesn't have the privilege any longer as well. Traded it in, paid dividends. He won the television title, but now, we'll see how long that title reign will last. Could be short-lived as the former champion is hot on the trail of Bateman. Bateman, though, you don't want to get in a striking war with the main man.
No, it's not in your best interest. But if anybody can do it, Royce put on a few more pounds did Royce Isaacs. Doesn't seem to be helping him right now, though. Bateman able to be a little quicker.
Big shot in the corner by the television champion. Feels good to say that again. Discus forearm, and Isaacs trying to get to the safety of the apron, get a breather. Look out here. Bateman, though, springboards into the clothesline. Things not looking good for the former champ early.
No, he's down, and Bateman, he's eyeing him up. Ooh.
Making him say, step right up. Well, you can sit right back down, pal.
To control the body of Bateman.
And we take a look at that jacket. Jamie Iovine wearing a Bobby the Brain Heenan managerial jacket out there. Who does this guy think he is? He used to be the manager of Champion, sure. But he's no Bobby Heenan. I think he's more of a ham and egger myself.
Well, you don't think he's a weasel? You don't feel that way, Todd?
I'm sure he would refer to the people out here as humanoids if given an opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, there you go. That's a smart little... Ooh.
Uh-oh. Mess with the rose, you're going to get the thorns, Iovine.
Careful, Green Goblin's on you.
And look at this, though. I love it. The distraction, perhaps. Going to turn around on Isaacs instead. Springboards in, but eats a big shot. And Bateman was vulnerable there. Couldn't protect or defend against that big punch.
Yeah, he was putting everything he had into the strike he was trying to throw. Left nothing for defense. Poof! Oh, man.
Nice rolling clothesline by the former champion.
Throwing his whole body. So much momentum into that 245-pound frame.
Cover now.
Trying to get the shoulders.
Has to get the shoulders down. Referee right in position there to check on that.
Wow. Look it right on the throat.
The challenger in control. Will it stay that way when we return to our championship main event here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood?
Memphis weather can be tricky, and so can repairing a roof, but not with ProShingle. Complicated insurance claims are easy with ProShingle. They'll handle that process for you. ProShingle offers free estimates and have financing plans in place so they can help you right now. Be sure to ask about their new roof shampoo. Locally owned and operated, fully licensed and insured, it's the simple choice. Go to ProShingle.com, 901-258-6503, and let ProShingle help today.
Man, that tastes just like watermelon. That is neat.
Oh, give me that can, girl. I need some more pep in my step. You're over peppy. There's a line between obnoxious and peppy. Ooh, cold. Red Bull Summer Edition Slush.
This portion of Championship Wrestling is presented by Platinum Jewelers.
Are you in need of cash right now?
Platinum Jewelers will pay top dollar for old gold, diamonds, and luxury watches to help you get through the tough times.
My guys out there looking to get engaged before the zombie apocalypse, look no further than Platinum Jewelers. They can work within your budget.
Visit them today at one of their convenient locations in Memphis.
Championship Wrestling would like to thank our sponsors for the Birthday Bash. A new date will be announced soon, but until then, be sure to support our great tag team partners.
It's Memphis in May at www.stspod.club. I kicked it off with my top 10 greatest Memphis wrestling tag teams. Go check it out.
Were the lifeguards on that list?
Haha, very funny.
Or the Beale Street Posse?
Find out, www.stspod.club.
Welcome back to our main event, a war of attrition. Who wants it more? What a sequence before the break. The superplex, trying to follow it up with the death from above, was the champion, but got met with a vicious up kick. And now you see the results. These two guys just going toe-to-toe. What a war.
Man, this is what happens when you get two studs out there. Ooh. And they know each other's moves.
Who's going to be on top of the food chain here? These two tertiary predators going at it.
I mean, this late in the match, you got to figure the striking advantage still's got to be with Bateman. He's carrying around way less weight.
Stealing a page out of the Bateman playbook there, that discus forearm shot, and some doubt creeping onto the face of the Rose from the Devil's Garden.
Of course, he doesn't want this to be one of the shorter title runs that we've had. Wow.
Look out, pile driver! Oh my goodness, shades of the Scrap Daddy who won his share of titles here. Into the cover, that's gonna do it. No, 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 Bateman will not say die.
Wow.
Royce Isaacs is bewildered. How does a picture-perfect pile driver not get it done?
Royce doesn't know what it's gonna, oh, what's he calling for now? I don't know if, it doesn't matter if that move didn't work. I don't think Bateman's gonna be able to stop anything Royce wants to do now.
He's gonna try and quiet this challenger the champion one way or another here with the hush money if he can hit it. And I don't know that the champion can defend it at this point. Oh, he tried to hook the ropes there, did the champion Bateman. And the hold has to get broken now because Bateman did reach the ropes.
Yep. Whoop. Right back to it.
Countered by the champ. Ooh. Big elbow, there it is. Death from above. Death from above, is it gonna do it? Yes!
Here is your winner, and still United Television Champion, Bateman.
To beat the man, you gotta beat the main man. And Isaacs did everything he could to do just that, but he couldn't hit the pile driver. Not enough. In the end, Bateman finds a way to dig down deep, hits the death from above, and gets the victory. Bateman had to fight for his life out there.
I mean, what a battle between these two guys. Just big, strong men throwing it at each other, and Bateman able to... Todd?
What in the world? Well, there you go, giving some much-deserved respect to the television champion as a four-time television champion, Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky.
What a match!
You know, Bateman, I have to give you credit for giving Royce Isaacs his rightful rematch. You deserve credit for that. Unlike Ray Rosas, who did not give me my rematch when I lost that television championship. But Nico Marquez called me and he said if I would be willing to return to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, I can get my rematch anytime I want it.
Whoa.
And guess what, Bateman? I want it right now. So are you man enough to put that television championship on the line? Or are you scared?
This is not the time. Bateman just went through an ungodly war with Royce Isaacs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for the United Television Championship.
And it started.
It's official. This is now a sanctioned championship match, and for the second time in 2 weeks, we have two television title matches in the same episode.
Maybe more guts than brains from Bateman, but right now it seems like it's paying off. He can get two title defenses in one. Go!
Look out here. Sky was looking for that ace of spades. Scorpio Sky was the first ever television champion. He won it.
Pads are off.
4 times. Oh, looking for the death from above. Just out of there.
Yeah, but Bateman, he saw it coming. He didn't throw everything down into the ground. He's bringing Sky back in.
Sky getting this shot from Nico Marquez. So Scorpio Sky getting a privilege of his own. How is Bateman even standing now? A blatant low blow. Not like this. You got to be kidding me. This is disgusting and deplorable. No!
Here is your winner and new United Television Champion, Scorpio Sky!
What a surprise return from Scorpio Sky. He's won the United TV title a record 5 times.
Hey, wait. That's our gimmick. But shout out to Scorpio Sky. He's absolutely killing it right now at AEW. And you can watch that episode in full on our official YouTube channel at CW30 Wrestling.
Up next, NWA Women's World Title is on the line as Allison Kay defends against Championship Wrestling's resident mean girl, Heather Monroe. And, of course, that weasel Austin Body.
I'm going to tell him you said that. We get asked all the time about if we have an affiliation with the NWA. And at Championship Wrestling, we always welcome talent from various organizations, just like the NWA.
That women's match is next.
The all-new Championship Wrestling podcast is presented by Be Free CBD.
He not only attacked your knee, but he tried to take your mask.
I will say this to Mr. Dice. If he acts less outlandish and a bit more sporting and gentlemanly and shows more sportsmanship, he might just get more television time.
BeFreeCBD.com joins forces with Championship Wrestling to help you be and feel your best.
Boy, does Pro Shingle have a deal for you.
Pro Shingle will pay your insurance deductible for you on a complete roof replacement for the next 30 days up to $1,000.
Call 901-258-6503 or go to ProShingle.com. Wrestling group in Middleton, Tennessee. Middleton Independent Wrestling with our friend Grady Watson.
I drove out a few weeks back and they're ready to get back in action.
Take a look.
Hello everybody, Dustin Starr here reporting from Middleton, Tennessee, home of Middleton Independent Wrestling, where each and every Friday night you can catch live professional wrestling action. Up until just a couple of months ago, just like everyone else, they've been affected by the pandemic. But not only are they ready to get back in action, but they're prepared for it.
It's Grady Watson from Middleton, Tennessee, right here at MIW, the home of the hot spot of wrestling.
We have been missing you something serious. I know y'all have been missing us. We've been here working our butts off trying to get things back together. And we've made lots of changes, lots of improvements.
You can look around, you can see we painted the floors. We put safety mats around, put the skirts on.
We've even went as far as remodeling the locker room so even the talent is more comfortable.
We're chopping at the bit. I cannot wait till we get back.
Hope to see every one of y'all soon. Come out, come see some of your old favorites, come see some of the new talent that we're going to have right here live at MIW.
Middleton Independent Wrestling is a short drive, only 1 hour from Memphis at 108 Henderson Street in Middleton, Tennessee, every Friday night.
Isn't that the place that I slapped Grady so hard that he bled?
Stay with us.
There you see a whole lot of glitz and glamour for the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe, but will she add the glittering gold that is the NWA Women's World Championship in this matchup?
Yes, Todd. Yes, it's the Killer Bay. She's got the backup, Halston body. She's part of the upper class, Todd. I think she's going to be the new Women's World Champion.
Monroe has battled for that coveted title in the past, but perhaps Halston Body, her personal assistant, might have been the missing piece to the puzzle. And on the flip side of the pomp and circumstance of the Killer Bay Heather Monroe, there's no funny business with Allison Kay. The reigning NWA Women's World Champion is straight ahead physical. Will absolutely take you out. She's got a great MMA background, undefeated in the world of mixed martial arts, and it has translated to a whole lot of success in the squared circle as well.
Yep, absolutely. You mean you don't become the NWA Women's World Champion by luck, Todd. You're tough. But I don't know, man. You know my feelings about the upper class and Heather Monroe. I think she might have it in her.
Here to set the stage for this huge championship bout, ring announcer Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the NWA Women's World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, being accompanied to the ring by Halston Body. She is the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe. And introducing the champion from Detroit, Michigan. She is the NWA Women's World Champion, Allison Kay.
Stage is set, and if looks could kill, we'd all be in a lot of trouble when you see the gaze there of the champ, Allison Kay. Stage is set, title on the line.
I see you gazing at Halston Body's wardrobe. You want me to ask him where he got that for you?
Oh, just trying not to get blinded by the shimmer of that man cape, as he calls it. Allison Kay, the champ, got a good look at her there. Won the title back in April of this year at the Crockett Cup event. Incredible event that was, on a night that the national treasure Nick Aldis successfully defended the 10 pounds of gold against Marty Scurll. But Allison Kay did, in fact, make championship history, a title that she's held ever since. Defeated Santana Garrett that night to win the title. And here you see early on, Halston Body a factor.
Yep. He's doing, oh.
Hard to miss, Halston Body. Roll up early by the champion. And the challenger, Heather Monroe, not beyond taking a shortcut or two or three or four.
Hey, when an opportunity presents itself, you'd be foolish not to take it. That's my feelings.
So vicious is the champion, Allison Kay. Again, that MMA background. You see a variation of the Muay Thai clinch there to force the challenger into the corner, and not where you want to be with the devastating champ.
Yeah, she is just striking hard into Monroe. You've seen it from the beginning. She had her scouted. She knew what Halston was out there to do. She did not let Heather take advantage of it.
Heather Monroe, the Killer Bays, had top flight competition. Dan has been in there with the likes of the former NWA World's Women's Champion in Barbie Hayden. Heather Monroe faced her in Wenzhou, China, competed for the Women's World Championship as well, right here in the Ocean View Pavilion in the past, but never against AK Allison Kay, who is unloading the heavy artillery.
I mean, she's got the experience as Monroe in these big matches, but man, Kay is just coming in hard. Every strike, every kick, and everything else she's doing.
Just too much power here for the Killer Bay. Total control. Whoa, stalling. Northern Lights suplex, beautifully executed there by Allison Kay, just turned the Killer Bay inside out.
Yeah, that was a quick flip. Monroe almost landed right on the top of her head. But look, everything that Monroe has done, Kay has just had an answer for. Every attack, every jump, everything has been scouted and reversed.
Joint manipulation here, really attacking the AC joint of the shoulder, the digits as well, and Heather Monroe has to get to the safety of the ropes.
And again, Halston kind of interjected himself a little bit, not doing much of anything. Oh.
Into the cover now goes the champion. I was going to say that Halston Body was renting a little bit of space in the mind of Allison Kay, but then the boot of the champion was on the mind of the challenger, Heather Monroe.
Oh, there we go. So I was going to say, Monroe, she needs a minute. She's going to need a little separation, but looks like Allison's getting that separation for her.
Halston Body isn't going to win a foot race, I don't believe, but he is stalling and creating some precious time and taking advantage is the Killer Bay, living up to that moniker, coming right up the middle.
It's good. Good from 50 yards, Todd.
Challenger takes advantage, is in control of this title matchup. We'll be back right after this.
Boy, does Pro Shingle have a deal for you.
Pro Shingle will pay your insurance deductible for you on a complete roof replacement for the next 30 days up to $1,000.
Call 901-258-6503 or go to proshingle.com.
This is what we are doing while we socially distance ourselves. Playing football, playing video games, taking the dogs on walks.
Man, that tastes just like watermelon. That is neat.
Oh, give me that can, girl. I need some more pep in my step. You're over peppy. There's a line between obnoxious and peppy. Ooh, cold. Red Bull Summer Edition Slush.
New Wing Order is your main event for award-winning wings featuring more than 20 flavors ranging from mild to scorching hot.
New Wing Order has options for all tastes, and the catering doesn't stop at wings. New Wing Order offers a wide range of delicious appetizers, premium sides, and desserts.
Oh man, with delivery or pickup options, they are perfect.
Book them to cater your event now at newwingorder.com, or you can find the food truck on social media at New Wing Order.
Hey, that's what we do.
Welcome back to this battle for the NWA Women's World Championship. The challenger in control.
Thud into the back. Ow.
Into the cover now. That variation of the Brazilian kick, question mark kick, really comes down.
But I mean, we've seen Monroe against big, strong competitors. We've seen her in there against Tough Jazz. We've seen her in there against Muhara.
Uh-oh, look out here. MMA expertise on display with the ankle lock. Rolled through, beautiful transition. And again, Heather Monroe, much to her credit, heads up move there to get to the rope.
Yeah, great ring awareness. She knew exactly where she was and exactly where she needed to be. And this is where she shines, like no other, Todd. When Heather Monroe gets in control, she is so smart and she is so precise with what she does. It is difficult to get back up.
A lot of power on display there for the challenger. Nice snap suplex on the champion. Able to use that leverage, pop the hips, and get the champ up and over. And this is where Heather Monroe's going to have the advantage. If she can keep the champion horizontal here rather than vertical and just continue to tee off and force the champion to fight from underneath.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that at Northern Lights suplex that Allison hit. She loves throwing people around. Oh, man. That stop.
Big double stomp there by the challenger. Rolls into the cover now, looking to put her away. So relentless is the Killer Bay when she gets the advantage. Holding the champ at bay right now. Allison Kay's not going to hit that big D, that big discus clothesline from this point.
No. Ooh. There you go. Let's see where Monroe keeps going. Because you know she loves softening up the back for that 7-year stretch.
Full control right now, and the champion seems to be rocked. Look out here, Heather Monroe.
Uh-oh.
Look for the back handspring and gets caught with another big throw, another vicious suplex there by the champ.
Another time where Allison just grabs Monroe, positions her in the air where she wants her.
But look at this, Dan. The champion not able to immediately capitalize. She's taking a lot of punishment as well.
Well, absolutely. You're in there against the Killer Bay, Todd. Well, you're not.
Yeah, that's a good thing, too. I don't think I'd be faring too well. And now, both champion and challenger back to their feet. What a battle this has been. It's been a physical battle. It's been a mental battle. Both going upstairs and both come crashing down.
Look at that. Both with the exact same idea. And we got them both down.
See who can get back to their feet here. Might be a pivotal turning point in this championship contest. And the champ, a hard hitter, is Allison Kay, but she's got to carry around that extra muscle and size.
Halston Fanner, thank you. There you are.
And a little reviving properties here by Halston Body on the outside.
Yeah, a little bit of extra oxygen burning. Monroe getting to her feet, but so's the champ.
Halston Body could prove to be an X factor in this matchup. Huge knife edge chop there by the champ. Swing and a miss by the challenger. And the champion, again, a lethal striker, MMA background. No! Short Samoan drop, really put the exclamation point on that one. And starts to measure the challenger here.
Oh!
AK all day, hitting with the heavy artillery, center of the ring. That could do it. She's put a lot of opponents away with that, but credit where credit's due. Heather Monroe kicking out.
I mean, you've seen people put down with the AK, but not the Killer Bay.
Killer Bay surviving, trying to weather the storm. The recipient of an absolute offensive onslaught right now. Not where you want to be in there with AK Allison Kay tied to the Tree of Woe.
Yeah, not the way that she can strike, the way that she can kick.
Nowhere to go but down right here. Trying to free herself. Oh, Halston Body caught her upstairs. What in the world was that? I think he hit her with that fan. No, not this way. Don't let the title change hands like this.
Wow.
Allison Kay's got some fight left. She got blindsided, Dan. She couldn't see that shot coming.
I mean, when you don't see yourself getting hit, those catch you by surprise. I thought Kay was done, but here is the opportunity for the Killer Bay. The next NWA Women's World Champ, Todd.
Allison Kay, I think, was trying to measure for that discus clothesline. Inside cradle could come down to fundamentals. But digging down deep now as well as the challenger. Something's got to give here. Swing and a miss. Look out here. Straight jacket. Backcracker there into the cover. Nice offense by the Killer Bay. Almost got it done.
Yeah, you see the way Heather Monroe, she got herself. Oh, geez, we got it.
7-year stretch.
Get that title ready, Todd.
The champ in trouble. Is Allison Kay gonna tap?
She's got nowhere. Oh, she's getting. Whoa.
Oh, what power back to a vertical base. Powered her way right out of that 7-year stretch and could be a stunning victory for AK Allison Kay. Heather Monroe holding on for dear life to the ropes.
Look at that veteran Weil getting out of trouble right to the ropes. And here we go. No one will see him sneaking in.
Oh yeah, Halston Body pouring himself into the ring. Woo. Referee not seeing any of this and just gets rid of him like a heap of garbage that he is. Oh, breaking down the champion though now as the Killer Bay goes downstairs, upstairs.
Paying dividends in this match is Halston Body.
Was looking for the bad Bishinoku driver. Countered again, too much power. Back to the drawing board, maybe pile driver. No, too much strength. Look out here.
Jeez.
Double overhook. Oh, fade into black in a hurry there. Kay retains.
Here is your winner, and still NWA Women's World Champion, Allison Kay.
Severe weather can mean storm damage to the roof of your home. If you have a leak and need a repair, need a brand new roof, or just need a simple cleaning, let Pro Shingle help today. Go to proshingle.com or call 901-258-6503.
This is what we are doing while we socially distance ourselves. Playing football, playing video games, taking the dogs on walks.
The all-new Championship Wrestling Podcast is presented by Be Free CBD.
And new. So is that your favorite thing to say when it comes to being a ring announcer? It's got to be, right?
It's definitely up there. I was just thinking about that the other day, and the most excited I get, I feel like, is when the audience gets the biggest reaction.
BeFreeCBD.com joins forces with Championship Wrestling to help you be and feel your best.
Right now, it seems the world is moving fast.
Things keep changing, and we know it can be overwhelming.
As parents, we understand your worry and concern, and just know we're here with you.
In the meantime, let's all use this moment to slow down a bit. Use this time to take care of yourself.
To bond with your family and loved ones and lift each other up.
Or just binge watch that TV show you were trying to finish. We will all get through this as families, friends, and as a community.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Welcome back to the studio. Another excellent match from our women's division. We'll be bringing you the very best from our women's division each and every week right here on this program.
It's time for the main event. And the stakes couldn't get any higher than this. Howdy Price's charging bull, Rogelio, put his mask on the line against the monstrous Watts and his Heritage Championship.
I remember this all too well. We were extremely surprised that Rogelio and Howdy would risk the mask.
I talked to Gentleman Jervis about the rich tradition and just how much those masks mean to Lucha Libre and among professional wrestlers. It was a big gamble.
Let's see if it pays off. Back to the ring.
Getting set for our main event. Rogelio putting a whole lot on the line. Had a couple close calls in his bids for the Hollywood Heritage title. Came up short against Watts. So he had to up the ante and put his mask on the line in this main event to get one more shot at the Hollywood Heritage Championship. Main event time. The ominous music of the dominant Hollywood Heritage champion, Watts. Watts has a couple victories over Rogelio, but certainly had to earn them. Always tough when these two big heavyweight bulls lock horns. But then when Rogelio said, you know what, I'll put my mask on the line, Watts was happy to oblige and give Rogelio one more shot at the prestigious Hollywood Heritage title.
Which brings us to today, Kenley. That man right there might be responsible for taking Rogelio's mask off his face and revealing who he is. If we hear this music one more time, that's how we know it's over for Rogelio.
The stakes are indeed very high, and here to set the stage, ring announcer Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall, and it is Mask versus Title. Introducing first, the challenger, being accompanied to the ring by Howdy Price from the Price Check Ranch, weighing in at 240 pounds, Ranchero Rogelio. And introducing his opponent, here's the Hollywood Heritage Champion. This is Watts.
Stage is set. Hollywood Heritage title main event, but that's not all. If Rogelio loses, he loses the mask. He exposes his identity. That's what he was willing to put on the line to get one more shot at the Heritage title, a title that he has been in the hunt for quite some time, all the way back to before Coastline Clash when Andy Brown was the champion. But he has come closer than ever before and than anyone else to defeating Watts. And is this added pressure just what the doctor ordered to push Rogelio over the edge to where he can finally topple the Giant?
You know what? They say if you're going to shoot for the moon, at the very least, you might be able to land on a star. But today, that's not going to be good enough for Rogelio. Rogelio has to reach all the way up to the peak of the mountain. He must defeat this Giant. He must do something to Watts that he was not successful at doing before. And if he doesn't, he's walking home without that mask.
And it must be noted, if we look back at the record books, Rogelio does have a history of, in essence, a lucha de apuesta matchup on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood where a mask was on the line. Rogelio victorious, forcing the Spirit and the Stars to unmask. That, of course, led them to being exposed as Fidel Bravo and Adrian Quest, and a whole lot of history between those two ever since.
Absolutely. So would this be karma, you might say, Kennedy? Would this be karma coming back to haunt him after he made sure that mask came off? Could his mask now be in trouble? That's what he has that in his mind, and you listen to the crowd. They were chanting earlier, mask coming off, mask coming off. Listen to them now, mask off, and that's got to get into his head.
You got to believe that it does, but again, Rogelio put that on the line, much to the chagrin, as you documented, of Howdy Price. Howdy Price came out here flustered. He's not singing his jingle. You know, he's not happy that Rogelio made this decision without his guidance.
You know, absolutely not. I heard him in the back. In fact, well before this event started, I heard yelling and screaming, and it was all from Howdy Price to Rogelio. What are you thinking? Now I have to dig you out of this mess. Now I have to clean up the pieces.
Look at this.
Wow, Rogelio, see, this is how bad he wants it. Now putting down Watts with that strength.
Rogelio had the upper hand in a test of strength against Watts, and now momentum and advantage the other way as the dominant champion getting the upper hand, but burying the knee into the midsection is Rogelio. Yeah, but I'm sure Howdy Price will be the first one to take credit and say, glad I thought of it, if Rogelio becomes the Heritage champion.
You know, the saying is, Kelly, that success has many fathers and failure is an orphan. And that might be true for the fact that Howdy Price would be very pleased with Rogelio's performance tonight if he does walk home the champion. But I will tell you this, Rogelio has this in his favor. He cannot lose this match. It is no more a fact of Matt that he wants that title. It's the fact that he doesn't want to lose that mask. It's more motivation. It's everything keeping him going, keeping his head in the game. He might walk home your new champion.
Cover now after the backbreaker by Watts.
And almost had it jeopardized there, Kennedy. Even with a simple mistake can make sure that he is planted on that mat forever. He cannot make those mistakes tonight.
It's a must-win for both. Both have big-time trophies and everything to lose on the line here. The Heritage title for Watts, the mask, and everything that goes along with it for Rogelio. But it does make it that must-win situation for Rogelio. He walked away from a match with Watts at one point. He doesn't have that luxury this time out. Fall-away slam by the champion.
Oh, crowd now chanting one more time, and Watts looks like he's going to oblige for that, and that doesn't bode well for Rogelio at this point.
These fall-away slams from Watts do usually come in pairs, to the detriment here of Rogelio, who receives another one. You can see the pain etched across the massive back there of the Golden Bull with the charging horn. Oh my gosh, he's calling for the music. Wow, that's some serious confidence when you're in there with Rogelio, but Watts has been dominant. Howdy's got a hold of the leg.
Howdy now being in a little bit of an interference. Rogelio might have his fighting chance.
Oh, what a shot. Big flying shoulder tackle. That big missile, and a count of two. The music is still playing. At least it was, and that distraction by Howdy allowed Rogelio, the #1 contender, to get an advantage. And right now, after that flying shoulder block, he's got Watts in trouble.
You know what? Rogelio is now bound top. And what did we say earlier? What is Howdy going to do? That might have just been one of the tricks that he had up his sleeve to pull Rogelio out of the situation he's in. He's going to be a factor. He's going to be an interference, and he's proud to let Watts know that. Look at him getting in the face of Watts now. Look at him taking advantage of Watts on the outside. That's how he's going to be a factor to ensure that Rogelio does not dig himself into a deeper hole.
And Rogelio now, after that blatant choke, right into the cover. So although it didn't seem like it coming in from the words we heard before, it seems like Rogelio and Howdy on the same page. Rogelio in control. This match, high-stakes matchup, continues next.
COVID-19 is spreading, but here are some tips you can do to protect yourself.
Wash your hands often.
Keep a social distance of at least 3 feet.
Cough into your elbow.
Your face, don't touch it.
And of course, if you feel sick, stay home. Let's all do our part to flatten the curve.
Championship Wrestling would like to thank our sponsors for the Birthday Bash. A new date will be announced soon, but until then, be sure to support our great tag team partners.
Don't worry, she's got this.
Last week, you saw part 1 of our special interview with Memphis legend King Cobra inside Mid-South Coliseum, and today is part 2.
It's always cool to get a peek inside the Mid-South Coliseum.
Let's take a look.
Just look around. I know a lot has changed over the years. What do you think of the building, being in it first time in 30 years, and all the stories that you heard about the Coliseum and what condition it was in? What do you think?
No, but other than a few ceiling tiles that have come down, everything still looks the same. I thought it would be all gutted and cluttered, but it's really not. And to me, a few lights, a couple of brooms, and we'd be back in business. And I hate to see it in this situation, but it could be any worse because they was talking about demolishing the place at one time, and I've always thought that there was a lot of memories, and not just for the local people here in Memphis, people from all over the world have been here for concerts and graduations and weddings and just everything. A lot of things happen in this building, a lot of things happen around this building. This was the center point of the fairground.
Yeah, and you're a big Memphis Tigers fan. We don't have to tell them that. They already know. A lot of Tigers games went down in here too.
A lot of Tigers games.
And going back to the match, is there anything standing here that sparks your memory of anything in particular of that match, whether it was the audience or something that was said in the ring? Give us some inside scoop on back then.
Well, back then, Lawler was always, he called himself the King of Memphis. That's how, in fact, that's how the match became about, because I was King Cobra, and he said he was the King of Memphis, and he didn't want the two to entwine, so something happened on TV, and I slapped him or something. He said something, and it pissed me off, and I slapped him. But in the end, he agreed to give me a match, and I tell you, cockiness is what brought the whole thing about. He was cocky at the TV station, he was cocky in the ring, and he just misjudged me. And I wasn't the greatest, but I wasn't the worst either. So
on that night, on December 30th in '89, were they rooting for King Cobra or were they cheering for Jerry Lawler?
Well, naturally they was cheering for Lawler, but then I would say I shut him up, but I can't say I shut him up because when I looked at the audience, there was a lot of mouths.
Yeah, shocked, right? Yeah. Couldn't believe it.
Well, it's kind of like there was this fighter named Muhammad Ali once used to say, "I'm gonna shock the world," but I didn't shock the world, but I think I shocked Memphis.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our high-stakes main event. The Mask of Rogelio on the line.
But he does have he possesses a tremendous amount of strength in there. He uses his very compact frame to pet every single ounce of muscle he can to make sure that he gets his opponent as far away from the ring as possible. And that's what he's doing now, and he's using that to control Watts.
Another big shot drops the champion into the cover. Does not elect to hook the leg, which is a chore in and of itself when you're in there with Watts. But, you know, although they didn't seem to be on the same page, you know, in these recent title defenses, Howdy Price wasn't there. Perhaps Howdy Price might be that missing piece to the puzzle for Rogelio to finally claim the Heritage title.
Absolutely. Rogelio is not in there by himself. He did not get to where he is because he is great on his own. And make no mistake about it, Rogelio is fantastic. He's amazing. But Howdy Price is that missing piece to the puzzle. And now that he's here again, think about it. We haven't seen him for a very long time. He hasn't been in this corner. He hasn't been out here at ringside. So now that he's out here, Rogelio is doing much, much better. Watts is being tripped up. Rogelio is doing, he's capitalizing on Watts' mistakes like he's never before. He might walk home your champion, Kennelly.
Look out here, though, in the launch position. Rogelio, though, out the back door. And another big shot. And when Watts was down in the corner, you saw that it shifted his focus to Howdy Price. So the champion is distracted. These two monsters. This looks like a battle that could take place on Skull Island or the streets of Tokyo in a Godzilla movie. Two big monsters just going toe-to-toe.
Absolutely. And here Rogelio goes after. But Watts counters. You're right. This is like watching King Kong or Godzilla or Mothra. And they're taking the entire ring with them. They're taking these people with them. Listen to them going crazy. And you can see Howdy Price on the outside shouting instructions to Rogelio, perhaps on deaf ears, perhaps all for naught, as Watts now makes his way up to cover and maybe seal in the fate of Rogelio.
Both champion and challengers, you take a good look at Howdy Price on the outside. Champion challenger so impressive. We've seen the strength of Rogelio. We saw the agility of Watts, this giant leaving his feet for a drop kick. And these two, what do they possibly have left in the tanks?
Oh, this isn't good for Rogelio. Up he goes.
Nice counter, though, to the choke to sleep. Rogelio had him up momentarily. No, this is not where you want to be. The DNR, do not resuscitate. Cover. Oh, Rogelio digs down deep and kicks at 2.
Can you imagine how badly he wants it? Not only has he put his mask on the line, but he kicks out of the DNR, and you don't see that too often. That's that strength, that's that tenacity, that's him reaching deep down within himself and getting everything he can to come out victorious.
Champion looking like he's going to go bowling here, taking the challenger back up, looking for a second DNR. But another nice counter there by Rogelio. Look out, official! Oh my gosh, he got absolutely annihilated!
Rogelio inadvertently taking out the official, and this switches out the game intensely.
Well, with so much on the line, there's no official right now to call for a cover, a submission, to officiate the action. Anything goes. Watts again, he had his distraction on his focus on Howdy Price, and it cost the champion in a big way.
Howdy Price once again becoming a factor in there, and Watts can't do that. He's the champion. He needs to be smart. He needs to be cunning, but he's not doing that. Howdy Price is getting in his head. Howdy Price is doing exactly what he said. He is pulling Rogelio out of a bad situation. This right now is favoring Rogelio. We could be witnessing history right now, Kennelly.
Both guys are in a potentially deadly situation here. Look at Hurricane Rana by Rogelio on the champion. He's got him center of the ring, looking to capitalize. Rogelio into the cover. The referee starts to stir. Here's the count of 1, 2, history to be made. No, sir. That was nearly a photo finish between the hand coming down and the shoulder coming up so very close.
Did you see that, Kennelly? The only person that might have been more surprised than Rogelio was me, and perhaps Howdy Price, who already grabbed the belt, but now the boot coming up with Rogelio. The referee now taking that away, not allowing that to be a factor. But look right now, with Rogelio has the belt. This could be dangerous for Watts.
He's got the Heritage title. Oh, he clocks the champ with his own title. Watts is out cold. Not this way. Come on.
It is.
Give me a break. No. Watts finds a way. He's not human.
No way, Kennelly. That should have been it. He should have been done. He should have been finished. What more does Rogelio have to do to put this giant down?
You can see the challenger. He caught all of that shot with the Heritage Championship. Rogelio astonished that that wasn't enough. Nobody home for the frog splash. Watts is back on his feet. Big right hand. He's got him throttled.
Howdy Price now pulling out the last trick of his book, getting up on that ring apron. He's back in a factor. No!
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Caltech wonders where the earthquake came from. Into the choke force center of the ring. Champion retains, and that's just the first part of the story.
Winner and still Hollywood Heritage Champion, Watts.
Kennelly, that was so back and forth. I couldn't even know where to call it. The fact that Watts wins means two things. One, Watts obviously retains his title, and that's fantastic, but what does this mean for Rogelio?
It was a titanic clash of the titans between Watts and Rogelio. I can't believe that Watts was able to survive that shot with the title, and now it's got to be sinking in to Rogelio. He wanted one more shot, but now he's going to lose it all.
Oh, you got to feel sorry for that young man. He knows. He knows, and off it's coming, Kennelly. This is it.
He nodded affirmatively, did Rogelio. He knows what he's got to do. He put it on the line. He's got to man up here. He certainly manned up by giving Watts one hell of a fight.
Oh! Kennelly, that's Jay Cabrera!
That is Shea Cabrera. He's got a lot of history on this program. He was part of the Revolution. Well, you gotta respect Rogelio and now Cabrera for doing the right thing.
Oh my goodness, Kennelly. That took a lot of fortitude. That took a lot of guts. And there is your champion. And there is the fallen slain Che Cabrera. This has been one surprise after another, Kennelly.
Welcome back to the studio. Howdy Price fails once again at capturing championship gold. Man. Poor guy.
I know, right? The respect Rogelio displayed afterward by kneeling with his mask is what professional wrestling is all about, and Watts is still your Heritage Champion to this very day.
And Rogelio is still beating people up as one half of the undefeated Wolf Zaddies.
Yeah, he is. Join us again next week for another action-packed episode of Championship Wrestling presented by Pro Shingle. We'll relive some of the best matches that you'll ever see.
He's not kidding. Next week, Simone Cherie will be in women's division action against Killer Bay Heather Monroe in one of our most popular matches yet.
Yep. Plus, MJF is in action against Willie Mack. You heard me right. MJF versus Willie Mack right here next week.
And in our main event, our cage match was so popular a few weeks back, we think you'll love to see this one.
Oh man, it's Royce Isaacs with Jamie Iovine in his corner versus Bateman in a bull rope match. This feud between Bateman and Royce Isaacs was one of the hottest in 2019.
And you've seen the popular Don't Rush videos all over the internet. Next week, we'll see which wrestlers join the craze.
I'm Dustin, she's my Maria, and we'll see you next Saturday.